So we all were concerned about the war, and it went on for year after year, and all the time the government was telling us that there was no way the North was going to be holding out for very much longer. And then in February of '68, was the Tet Offensive. And after being told for so long how the North was beaten and they came through with a counteroffensive, it was very unnerving. And I was 6 at the time, and I asked my mother to tell me the story about Vietnam. And she said that before World War II, the French had colonized Vietnam, and the French just were not nice to the Vietnamese. And she said that World War II came, and the Japanese pushed the French out. Well, it ends up being that the Japanese were worse than the French. And during that time, Ho Chi Minh worked with the U.S. to get the Japanese out. When World War II ended, the Japanese left, the French came back, and the Vietnamese said, "No way, you're not coming back." And they ended up getting their asses kicked at Dien Bien Phu in 1954. And she said that since then, the U.S. has been holding up a series of puppet governments. And I was 6 at the time, and at the time I didn't believe my country could do anything wrong. So my answer to that was, you know, it's not a very big place. You just go house to house and deal with whoever opposed you. So my mother said that in a conventional war, everybody wears a uniform, and they're trying to kill you and your comrades. She said in a guerrilla war, nobody wears a uniform, and they're not trying to kill you and your friends, but they're trying to maim you and your friends, all the while looking you straight in the eye, pretending to be your friend. And I was just absolutely horrified with the thought of that. She said that when you maim someone, then more resources get tied up in dealing with that injured person. If someone dies, then one person takes care of the body. But if someone is injured, then it takes 3 people. And that's the way a small country deals with an overwhelming force. And like I'd said, I was just horrified. I believed my government, and it ended up being that the U.S. at that time was in a loser. It was a losing battle, and I said, there's no way the U.S. can win. And my mother said, "Oh, they're determined to win. It just may take a while." And I said, "You don't get it. The longer it takes to win, the less chance there is of winning." And at that point, then I started rooting from the North, because I had seen my babysitter's boyfriends and how horrified and terrified they were of getting drafted and going to Vietnam. And I was really tired of seeing my country get bled. And at 6 years old, there's not much you can do. But at 6 years old, I became a Vietnam War protester. And what I did was, I found in the encyclopedia a picture of the flag of the North. And that really did not appeal to me. It was not a flag that I